Coming to you straight from Indianapolis, aka the Circle City, this is the Taking Back You Momcast. The Taking Back You Momcast is a witty, authentic, and sometimes sarcastic podcast for millennial mamas who are in the thick of mom life. And I'm your host, Dani Carter-Iddens, wife, millennial mama, motivational speaker, and motherhood advocate. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Taking Back You Momcast. This is Dani Carter-Iddens, your host this week and every single week. Welcome to the show. I'm so glad that you were here. And you know what, guys? This week's topic is a really good one because I think it's really, really, really important to discuss. And it's something that I go through every single year. I swear every single year at this time I experience this. So I thought, hey, if I'm experiencing this, I bet you $1 million other moms are, and they're probably experiencing it not only with themselves, but with their kids. So I just thought it would be a good topic. It's not necessarily motivational, much more informational, and it's just something that I think we all need. But before I get into that topic, I want to share with you the fact that you can subscribe to this podcast. If you like what we talk about, if you are looking through the titles of each of our episodes and you're like, hey, I want to know about this. I want to know about this. Please, 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 by all means, subscribe to this podcast. We are on several different podcast outlets. I just want to invite you to do that. I will never sell this podcast to you. I will never, there's some weird things that people do. The only thing I ask is that you subscribe and that you share it with other millennial mamas, because honestly, that's the way we get the word out. And that's what's important, because Taking Back You, I say it 1,000 times, but I'm going to say it again. Our mission at Taking Back You is to help you not only be a good mom, but to help you be more than a mom. And sometimes you just gotta, share this information, because you hear something that, I might say, or a guest of ours might say, and you think, hey, so-and-so really needs to hear this. So please, by all means, share this show with your mama friends and subscribe. And that'll just make me one very, very happy mommy. So today, speaking of happy, you know what has not been happy the last few weeks? You guys, it's been my skin. Okay, my skin is just this. I feel like it's like the 6 weeks, probably like the second half of January, into like all through February. It's just busted, and then maybe like the first week of March before we start like kind of feeling the spring weather come in. But I mean, I don't know about you, but my skin is so dry, and it is just, I feel like I put any kind of moisture on it and my skin just goes like, and it just like sucks it up, and it just, within like 30 seconds, my skin's like, okay, we need more lotion now. And I don't know if that's happening for you, but that is an actual problem for me. So I decided, hey, why don't we just do a really quick episode? A lot of these tips you might know, but some of them were surprising to me. One of the things I do with Taking Back You is any topic that I talk to you about, I also research, and I learned so much. Just honestly, that's the other blessing of this show, is that there's so many things that I learn that I get to share with you, but honestly, I'm learning them too. And so, yeah, I have some great stuff that I'm going to tell you. There's some knowledge that's like actually going to be dropped, and you're going to be like, wow, oh, okay, I didn't even know about that. So that's really cool. Glad you're telling us. So listen, if you have dry skin like me at this time of year, then I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do. They're, like I said, they're not brain busters. You might even kind of know about them, but just reminders, and they're things that you can also do with your kids. I know I would have, my students that I would teach. Sidebar, used to be a dance instructor, and I would have students where I would see their hands on the ballet bar and their skin was just like cracked and just totally like red, almost inflamed. And it was always around this time of year. And so I would tell them kind of some of the things that I used to do. And so I'm going to just tell you those, and I'm going to tell you a couple other things that I learned. So one of the number one thing that we do in our house once it gets to, I would say probably about end of November on through till spring, is we have humidifiers in our house. We sprang for it, and we got the humidifier that can actually humidify like the entire downstairs, and then each of our bedrooms, so my husband and I's room and our son's room, we also have humidifiers for our bedrooms, because I mean, we were having like static electricity, like it was bad. And our skin was just all dry, our hair was brittle, and everything was just so dried out from this heat. The furnace heat literally makes the air in your house so dry. And we have one of those little thermometers that tells you what the humidity is in your house, and it was like 16, like 10, 16. We were like, oh my gosh, that is dry. So we got humidifiers, and honestly, they are kind of a pain. I'm going to be honest with you. They're a pain in the butt to keep up with, because you got to keep putting water in them. So every night we have like this pitcher, and the pitcher is, we go through all the humidifiers and we fill them up, but it does keep the air more humid. It helps us not. We were waking up with like sore throats. I don't know if you get that. If you wake up with like a sore throat, kind of stuffy, all those things that you get during the winter, and you just think like, oh, that's how I'm supposed to feel. Those are honestly like you're dehydrated. You need more humidity. And so that's why we started doing those things. And listen, if you're looking at your bank account and you're like, oh, that's not in the budget, that's just not a good thing. It's not happening. We're not buying humidifiers. That is okay. But what you have to do is you have to drink more water. Our cup on our bedside table gets bigger in the winter too. We have these 24-ounce cups that we use on our bedside table, and that's because we just naturally, we wake up in the middle of the night and we just drink more water, especially in the winter. Drink water to help keep you hydrated, and just to keep you, it will help your skin not to dry out as well. It'll keep your hair from drying out. It's just really water. I talk about water all the time and how you should drink your water, but it's really because it's super important and you need to do it. And I love you, and I want you to be hydrated and not have itchy, dry skin, especially in the winter, but really anytime, but the winter is the worst. The next thing is you want to switch out your cleansers. Listen, this girl I love herbal essences. I love the smells. I think they're great. But in the winter, those fragrances can wreak havoc on your skin. So you want to switch out your cleanser for a gentle, fragrance-free cleanser that will not, dry out your skin, irritate it, cause you make you itchy. There's like a whole bunch of things that can happen. I am a Dove bar fanatic. We don't actually even use anything besides a Dove bar, just the original, like the OG Dove bar. That's what we use for our bodies, for our face, everything. We don't use anything else. And I think one of their biggest things is that they moisturize. If you want to feel a little bit more luxurious, we don't really care because we buy it in bulk from the Costco. So we just get like the Dove bars. We get like 1,000 for $4 or something. I don't even know. Costco. I love you, Costco, by the way. Thank you. But you can get like the Dove body wash, which I think they have at Costco. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me. But that is amazing for keeping your skin moisturized. Dove, I love Dove. It's not, there's not a lot of harsh, ingredients, and it just helps lock in the moisture in your skin. Now, from having, a fragrance-free moisturizing cleanser, you want to make sure that when you do moisturize, which all of you, can I just have like a complete sidebar really quick? You should be putting some sort of moisturizer on your skin when you get out of the shower or the bathtub every single time. Water, in a stunning twist of events, when you put water on your skin, it actually dries your skin out. I know, it's the complete opposite of what you would think, but that is what happens. And so you need to make sure that you are replenishing and rebuilding the barrier that your skin has against, letting out hydration, and also just like kind of keeping out, gross, nasty things. So when you moisturize for the winter though, you want to also switch that out. And you guys, honestly, I have summer moisturizer and I have winter moisturizer. Now, my summer moisturizer is usually a Bath and Body Works lotion, or it's usually like the thicker, like in the tube lotions. Those are my summer moisturizers because they have the nice smells. You can put those on, and summer you don't have to worry so much about your skin drying out, and so you can be just cute, wonderful, great. Well, in the winter though, I have to switch that out, and I have to switch it to like Eucerin or like cream or Gold Bond. Gold Bond has a line of very great lotions, creams. You want to really kind of stay away from lotions in the winter. You want to stick with creams. The only Gold Bond is like the exception. But yeah, Eucerin is a great option for the winter, and they have baby Eucerin if that's something that you need for if you're worried about, for your kids, if there's something that you don't want to put all those harsh chemicals. But you know what, and I've told you this before, we are big on like not using a lot of chemicals and everything like that. So, and fragrances. So even though I like my Bath and Body Works stuff, I mean, I'll give it up. If I think about it too long, I probably won't even put it on because I think about all the fragrances and I'm like, oh boy. But, it is what it is. But in the winter, I ain't playing with you. I do not put on things with a lot of fragrance because all of that is, they're irritants and they can dry your skin out. You can also do body oils like coconut, argan, tea tree, rosehip. All of those oils. You can do essential oils. All of those are, really great ways to rebuild your skin barrier to keep hydration in. Now, here's another thing, and this is not necessarily dry skin. It's not going to prevent dry skin, but it's just a really important thing to do because it's going to help prevent discoloration, which is also very common with dry skin, especially on your face. You need to be putting sunscreen on every single day. They have a lot of facial sunscreens. You can, if you do a quick Google search, they have awesome sunscreens that can be put on your face. So they're oil-free, you know that word. All those that basically, if you are like me and you have acne-prone skin or you have very oily skin, they're great to keep give you sunscreen but not clog your pores. So just make sure something says it's oil-free and it won't clog your pores, and that'll be fine. But you want to wear sunscreen every single day. And I would say at least an SPF 30. I know they have like SPF 15, a lot of moisturizers with like an SPF 15. I don't really think that does it. I think you need to at least do 30 or bust. But even if you stick with 15, that's okay because you're at least putting sunscreen on. And even, guys, this is even when you're at home. If you're sitting at home, you know what? The sun's rays can come in through your window. And if you have all your windows open and you're sitting at home, you're still getting UV rays. And guess what? Just because it's a cloudy day, I hope we all know this by now, but just because it's a cloudy day, you can still get UV rays through the clouds. I'm sorry if I'm breaking, breaking this news to you for the first time, but yes, you need to wear sunscreen all the time. And it will help with discoloration because I think that's another thing that happens to a lot of us is our skin gets super dry. And you know what's so weird is that when you get like really dry skin, especially on your face, my face, the skin on my face will peel. I will get more acne. I will, I have like more breakouts in general. I'll get like dark discoloration spots on my face from the acne scars, and B, just like the dry skin from the very last thing, which is when I take my fifth point, when I'm taking a shower or a bath. I don't take as many baths, but I take a shower every day. When I'm taking a shower, you want to make sure that you exfoliate less. Or if you do exfoliate, that you want to you want to get like a more gentler exfoliator. If you use like a face I don't know, like a face cleanser with an exfoliator. If it's like super harsh, you wanna stop that for the winter because that can actually cause discoloration and what I think they call it hyperpigmentation, and it can actually open up the skin barrier once again and let moisture and hydration out. So you want to really make sure you exfoliate less while you're in the shower or in the bath. And you know what? Here's the other thing: keep your door closed while you are taking a bath or a shower to keep that humidity in. Like we said before, water, in a stunning twist of events, water is actually not much of a lubricant. And so if you are putting water on your skin, it's actually drying your skin out. I know. Mind blown. And so you want to keep your door closed when you shower or bathe. And it's also going to keep it much warmer in there, but it will help keep the humidity in the bathroom, which will help keep your skin moist. And you try not to use super hot water. Now I'm one of those people, like, I need my water warm because I get really cold in the bathtub or in the shower if the water is not warm enough. But you also want to make sure that it's not so hot that also will dry out your skin. And same thing with your hair. When you're washing your hair, you don't want to actually use burning hot water because that will dry out your hair. And one of the tips this is a little bonus tip. Here you go for your hair. If you want really nice shiny hair, one of the tips that my hairdresser always told me was to rinse out, when you're doing your conditioner, rinse out your conditioner with cold water. And it actually seals the ends of your hair, and it will make your hair shinier. Now, let me tell you about this though. Because I wash my hair in the shower, this is the thought of doing this is absolutely horrible, and I don't like it. But I have done it before and it works. I just don't do it all the time because I don't want to be cold. But if you are brave or you're a person who's hot and that sounds amazing, a nice cold shower to rinse off your conditioner off of your hair sounds awesome, then go with God. I'm not doing it. It sounds cold and I don't want to, but it does work. It does work. Apple cider vinegar also works if you want to get just complete sidebar, like not even close to being what we're talking about. If you want to like purify your scalp, apple cider vinegar. Those are just fun facts that I know. My friends and my students would often tell me that I was filled with useless information, but I think some of it is actually useful. So I don't always agree, but yeah, those are my 5 tips, you guys. Just to go over them one more time, you want to humidify, get a humidifier, get several. Listen. This is what I did. This is how we got all our humidifiers. The first one we got on Amazon. It wasn't super expensive. We just kind of waited to find the one that we wanted, and then we saw how much it cost, and then we saved for like 2 months, I think, and then we bought it. The ones for our room, they're ones we got from Bed Bath & Beyond. And girl, go rummaging, find yourself some 20% off coupons. And I got both of them with a 20% off coupon. And that helped pay for it a lot. I think at the time they were like $60. But hey man, you take 20% off of that. That's what, $12? And I like deals. I like to save money. And I'm sure, I think I had a gift card too. Listen, I'll do anything I can to save a little bit of money. So, yeah. So humidifiers, first thing. Fragrance-free, gentler cleansers. Okay. Dove. Think Dove. Dove is wonderful. I also use them we use them for our deodorant too. Dove is great for your skin. It just is. Moisturize. Switch your moisturizers. Switch them to creams or oils. Coconut, tea tree, argan, rose hip. Rose hip smells really good. It just does. Eucerin. They got baby Eucerin, adult Eucerin. It doesn't say adult Eucerin on the bottle. Don't go there looking for on the container. Dani said adult Eucerin. No, it's just Eucerin, but it does say baby Eucerin, and I think the color might be different for babies. But you can use Here, ready? You can use the baby Eucerin on you even if you're an adult. It's okay. It works. You don't have to buy two different Eucerins if you don't want to. Wear sunscreen. Even on like right now it's snowing. It's dark outside. It's cloudy, but guess what? If I've been wearing sunscreen on my face every single day since I was probably like 19 or 20. I don't have any wrinkles. So I'm going to say it works. It's my unofficial scientific evidence that that works. If you know me, you know that scientific and me and Dani in the same sentence is not necessarily, they don't go hand in hand. But I don't have any wrinkles, and I've been wearing sunscreen for 15 years. So, I don't know. Ergo, no. And then the last thing is you want to shower or bath with the door closed, keeping that humidity. Keep the water, don't make the water scalding, burning hot, and exfoliate less. I love to exfoliate. I exfoliate every single day, but I do have different exfoliation gloves. I wear like little, they're actually like gloves that I put on, and they exfoliate the skin. I do have different kind of grains, I guess, texture, grain, or whatever for different times. And for my face and for my body, I use different ones. So you don't want to use the same exfoliator on your body. You don't want to use that on your face because that'll be a little bit too rough. And if you do those things, it will help you keep your skin a little bit more hydrated, a little bit more less itchy. And just like, because you can feel it. It feels awful. And you're just like, especially if you're wearing like, yoga pants or anything tight, jeggings, pantyhose or anything like that. It feels so itchy when you take them off if your skin is super dry. So that will help keep in that moisture. And one of the things I love, 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 love to do, I have a container of Vaseline coconut body oil that is cocoa butter body oil. And it's in my drawer, my bedside, and I love to put that on my hands. And I even got my husband doing it now too. He'll be like, he'll get in bed and then he'll be like, oh my gosh, I need to get my moisturizer for my hands because it just helps. And then when you leave your hands under the covers, when you wake up in the morning, your hands are like super soft and moist and wonderful. And you're welcome. You can do the same thing for your feet, but just wear socks because you don't want to get all the like oil all over the place. But it feels really nice. Oh, I know, another tip. This is another free one, and it actually has something to do with what we're talking about. Lip balm. Put on lip balm every night before you go to bed. My sister-in-law introduced me to this brand of lip balm called Lipsyl. I think it's Lipsyl. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's certainly what it looks like. It's Lypsyl, and it's Swedish. And I've shared this before, but my husband is Swedish, and so I feel like I'm representing for the home team. It's a Swedish beeswax lip balm, and it is fantastical. I will save. It was one of my Friday favorites last year, I think, but I will include a link to it on the notes for this. And like I said last week, if you don't see the episode notes for this, you can always, if you go on, if you go on my actual like web page, like takingbackyou.com, you can see the episode notes from this. If you can't see them, sometimes certain podcast carriers don't show them. And so I always talk about, oh, this is in the episode notes. And if you can't see them, that's why. So you can go on my actual page, takingbackyou.com, or actually even on DaniCarterIdens.com. Both of those will have links to this podcast, and you can find the full notes there. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was just something that you can do, little changes that you can do to help with dry skin. And I certainly thought it was a useful time, it was a good time for me to learn these things. Like I said, some of them I already knew, but I have to tell you, I was not necessarily up on how not wearing sunscreen can actually cause discoloration, which then you usually exfoliate more, which is bad for your teeth. It's all connected. So I hope this was, interesting, and I hope it helped you learn something new and helps you avoid having dry skin, because it is that time of year. And let's try not to have the driest skin ever. All right, I will talk to you next week. And actually, oh my gosh. Wait, is it still going to be? Oh no, okay, we're good. I had like a little bit of a freak out. I thought January was like over, but no, next week will still be January, but the week after that will already be in February. I cannot. All right, have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks so much for listening. For more information on Taking Back You and the Taking Back You Momcast, visit us at takingbackyou.com. From there, you'll be able to follow us on social media, listen to past episodes, and learn all about the mission of Taking Back You. Be sure to subscribe to get future episodes. And from all of us at Taking Back You, thank you so much for your support. Hi. I'm Dani Carter-Iddens, creator of Taking Back You. My vision for Taking Back You was simple. I wanted to create a safe place for mamas to focus on the dreams that have been placed on their hearts, where they could walk alongside other mamas who get and give advice on how to do this mom thing. I want to tell mamas what I wish someone had told me, and to build a community of mothers who aren't afraid to reach for the stars, even while holding their children in their arms. Want to learn more? Visit takingbackyou.com, because at Taking Back You, we know happy moms raise happy kids.